Hello and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Yesterday in Baseball. My name is Luke, and today we've got a lot of good action for you. We have a record 16 games to recap as Washington and Atlanta had a doubleheader. It was Ohtani Day yesterday, so lots of fun with that. We've also got a new kind of installment that I'm doing. We're going to be doing end of season grades for teams. So a couple teams you might be able to guess are so bad that you could kind of call their season now, and I'll give them their grades now because, to be honest, a week and a half won't really matter for that. So enjoy the recaps, everything, and let's hop into our first game. The Braves and Nationals played a doubleheader. Atlanta took the first one 6-3. Jose Suarez had a nice outing in Game 1, going 7 innings, only giving up 2. And Matt Olson had his 4th consecutive game with a homer, as a 5-run 4th powered the victory 6-3. Now in Game 2 is more the same, good pitching and a 5-run frame to win 5-0 in the 10th for Atlanta. Chris Sale stood out, going 8 scoreless and striking out 9. This game went into the 10th tied, where Matt Olson came in close to getting his 5th straight homer, but it was a triple, so an RBI triple, en route to getting a 5-run 10th, winning 5-0. One of our games highlighted yesterday was a doozy, Cleveland and Detroit, as Cleveland won 7-5 in 10. They traded runs early with some solo homers, but ended up in the bottom of the 9th, Guardians up 3-2. Pinch hitter Kerry Carpenter slammed a game-tying homer to send it into extra innings. Then in the 10th, Cleveland put up 4, dashing Detroit's hopes. They had knocks from Kwan, J-Ram, and Arias. It looked like smooth sailing then. Torkelson hit a homer, though, in the bottom of the frame to make it 7-5, but that's where Detroit's scoring stopped. They lost 7-5. The Cubs took the victory 4-1 over the Pirates, thanks to some early scoring. Michael Busch led off the game with a homer, and Pete Crow Armstrong got himself an RBI knock again. As the game progressed, they got 2 more on a pair of sac flies from Ian Happ and PCA. That put them up 4-1, and that was all they needed, thanks to a strong 5-inning, 1-run performance from Cade Horton. The bullpen helped to get the victory as well. Cubs won 4-1. The A's and Boston faced off again, this time at Fenway. The Athletics got the best of them, winning 2-1. Red Sox rookie Connolly Early impressed in a second career start, going 5.1, giving up only 1 run. Through his only 2 career starts, both of them are against the A's, and both of them have been stellar. Kind of an odd little stat there. And the A's scored off of a Tyler Soderstrom RBI double and Brent Harris RBI single to get the offense that they needed to win 2-1 over Boston. The Mets did in fact get back to their winning ways after their big Sunday walk-off. They beat the Padres 8-3. It's like the scoring never stops as they picked up with 5 runs in the first inning. They got the line moving. After that first, though, it was a homer fest with 6 solo homers accounted for. All of the offense after that. Most notably, Lindor, Alonso hit 1, Merrill. So, some good homers there. It was a rough go for Michael King, though, of the Padres, and it'll be interesting to see if he can get back in a groove before the postseason starts and if they'll end up, relegating him to the bullpen or not. But for yesterday, Mets beat the Padres 8-3. Toronto beat the Rays 6-5 on Tuesday evening. Toronto got up 4 early and didn't look back. George Springer keeps on hitting as he had a 2 RBI single and went 3 for 5. The Rays dropped their 3rd straight and fall to 73-78, finding themselves 9 games back of the wild card, and I'm content calling them dead in the water. We won't be hearing from them again in the postseason talks. Speaking of that, the Royals and Mariners faced off. They played the first game at Kauffman since they hosted the Home Run Derby X at the K. And it's like the Derby never stopped as the Mariners won 12-5. There were 7 homers in this game, all of which came from only 3 batters, amazingly. Royals rookie Carter Jensen hit his first 2 career homers, and he's a local kid, so to hit that first one at home was pretty cool. And then Michael Wacha really didn't look good. The Mariners put up 7 on him. Dominic Canzone hit 3 home runs, not only hitting the 3, but he also went 5 for 5. So, just about a perfect day for him. But somehow Canzone's 3 homers weren't the biggest story in the day, as Cal Raleigh hit homers number 55 and 56. He hit 55 from the left side, passing Mickey Mantle in his single-season home runs by a switch hitter. And then number 56 from the right side, tying him with Ken Griffey Jr. for single-season home runs by a Mariner. Absolutely mad game in Kansas City. Seattle wins the home run derby 12-5, and similar to the Rays, I mean, unless the Royals win out, I'm not expecting much from them. Baltimore got an 8-7 win over the White Sox. The Orioles got off to a hot start as they were up 8-2 entering the 8th. The game looked lost for Chicago. Credit to the White Sox, though, as they kept battling, putting up 5 in the 8th to make it 8-7, but unfortunately for them, that's where the scoring stopped. Despite a rough first chunk of the season, Baltimore's played exactly 500 ball after the break, even with their disappointing starting pitching. Looking for them to turn things around next year, as they'll hopefully, improve that pitching depth for them. But again, for yesterday, White Sox lose 8-7 to Baltimore. The Yankees beat the Twins 10-9. They jumped out to an early lead as they put up 10 runs over the first 4 frames. Trent Grisham continues to slug as he went 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer. Giancarlo Stanton went 2 for 2 with a couple RBI. Their offense was really clicking. The pitching wasn't ideal, but the Yankees still distanced themselves from Boston with a 10-9 win in Minnesota. The Brewers took down the Angels 9-2 at home Tuesday. Freddie Peralta was back into form with 6 innings, 1 run, and 10 strikeouts. Christian Yelich went 3 for 5 with a homer, double, and 3 RBI. William Contreras had an RBI single, but the Brewers keep on rolling. They do it on both sides of the ball to get the victory 9-2 over Anaheim. It was the Michael McGreevy show in St. Louis. The Cardinals shut out the Reds 3-0. The Cardinals scored on a sac fly in the first, and then Thomas Saggese had a big 2-run homer to extend the lead. Michael McGreevy threw 7 scoreless, giving up only 3 hits and striking out 6. Another really solid performance for the rookie. Cardinals beat the Reds 3-0. Houston keep neutralizing Texas as they beat them 6-5. Houston threw a fairly successful bullpen game, but thanks to the offense who put up 6 runs early, they were immune to the Rangers' 4-run 8th. Jeremy Pena was a star in this one, reaching base 5 times, scoring twice. The ankle sprain Yordan Alvarez suffered appears to be more serious. He's expected to miss a chunk of time, but for yesterday, the Astros can be happy. They won 6-5 and move into the second wildcard spot. Miami took down the Rockies 6-5. Mickey Moniak stays hot as he had a 3-run homer. Marlins starter Yuri Perez threw 5 scoreless, and Jacob Marcy had a big 2-run double. Marlins get the job done 6-5. They've been one of the biggest surprises in baseball this year, in my opinion. Look out for their end-of-season grade. Now, Arizona is deflating the life out of the Giants. They walked them off 6-5. The Giants put up 4 in the first, but the D-backs had an answer for them real quick. They made it to the 9th tied, but a single walk, a sac bunt, and a Jordan Lawler infield knock helped them walk them off 6-5. The Giants are quickly falling out of the race, so not good for them. Our last matchup of the day is between Philly and LA, where the Dodgers lost 9-6. Ohtani took the bump for LA and threw 5 innings of no-hit baseball. They limited him to, I think, less than 70 pitches. He also hit a solo homer, number 50 on the year. And after being down 4-0, the Phillies had a big 6-run sixth to take the lead. They later surrendered that as the Dodgers tied it in the 8th. But in the 9th, Rafael Marchand hit a go-ahead 3-run homer to get them up and help the Phillies take the win 9-6. That's all the games from Tuesday. Now let's go ahead and talk about our first, I know it's not over yet, but first end-of-season grade. So the team that we're going to be highlighting first, we're going to go from worst to best. And again, we'll leave it some time because the playoffs need to shake out. But we'll start with Colorado. They're an unfortunate 41-110. They're 43 games back of the NL West. Definitely not the season they'd hoped for. It feels like every year with Coors Field and everything, we walk into it saying, they have a decent lineup. They might have a chance. But it's just been really bad for them. 69 games under 500. The longest losing streak, 8 days. They've been shut out 16 times, and they've blown 39 leads. So it just hasn't been good for them. And, they started really bad. The first half, they had a .229% winning percentage. Now it's up to 3.45, but still anytime you're under 4 is just, rather embarrassing. And they had some breakout players. I mean, Hunter Goodman at the catcher position, leading the 3.4 WAR so far in the year. Ryan McMahon, got traded. Ezekiel Tovar is young. Brenton Doyle's young. But, a lot of them have underperformed. And, the pitching, no matter what, has just really not been anything to write home about. Kyle Freeland's about the best they've got in the starting role with 1.1 WAR. So, this isn't as much on the, the players themselves, in my opinion. A lot of it just comes from the front office there, not wanting to compete, but also not, committing to like a full rebuild as far as I can tell. It's just a little bit of a head scratcher over there. They've still got great attendance. I went to a game this year, had a great time. They almost beat the Mets somehow. I think that was when they had like 9 or 10 wins. So, overall, I got to give them a D as my grade on the year. Again, it's yesterday in baseball ranking. It doesn't hold a ton of weight. But just looking at it, a lot of guys underperformed what it should have been. Their roster construction is just kind of atrocious. Not even like the A's. The A's do a hard sell and get back, and look at them now. They're killing it. So it's just kind of disappointing to see. They've got great fans, a great setting there. And to win, not even, what is it? Not even 30% of their games or whatever. It's kind of ugly. If they even had a 500 ball club, they'd probably be selling out the stadium every night. So, yeah, they get a D. We'll see next time we do this. It will hopefully be a team that's got a little bit more hope, but unfortunately for Colorado fans, it's kind of tough sledding right now. But they drafted Ethan Holiday. Maybe there's a chance in the near future to kind of turn things around, but they can't sell their talent like they've done with, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story letting him walk for nothing. They just got to be a little bit smarter in the front office and take advantage of the fact that they have one of the best hitter ballparks in baseball. So that is the end of season grade, quote unquote end of season grade for the Colorado Rockies. Now let's go ahead and see who is the player of the day for Monday. Now this one is kind of unique. There's kind of a couple performances that are just too good to give it to just one person. So, you got to go out to the Seattle-Kansas City game. Dominic Canzone, 5 for 5, 3 homers, 4 RBI, and 4 runs. Again, as a hitter, that's about as good of a day as you can have at the plate. I know Nick Kurtz had that 4-homer game earlier this year, but this is just about as good as that, especially in Kansas City's ballpark, big pitcher's ballpark. And then Cal Raleigh, his teammate, went 3 for 5, 2 homers, a double, 3 RBI, 3 runs scored. Just a mad day for him as he, broke Mickey Mantle's record, tied Ken Griffey Jr. And, he's definitely on pace. He could get it done, getting to 60 or 61. So that would be fun to see here in the final week and a half. So those are the players today for Tuesday. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the matchups we have later today. San Francisco and Arizona tee off at 3:40 Eastern time. We got Verlander versus Pfaadt on the mound. Again, Giants are fighting for their lives, and Arizona is just out there having fun. So, again, should be a good matchup between rivals there. And then also in the NL West, we've got the Phillies at the Dodgers at 10:10 p.m. Eastern time. Luzardo versus Snell on the bump. Just been a really entertaining series so far. So, they come on just about when all the other games end. So flip that on if you're up late and looking for something to watch. That's all we got for you guys on this fine Wednesday. I appreciate you all listening, catching up on all the baseball action. Tomorrow we'll be back with you. We've got our Thursday injury episode. So we'll cover, some of the stuff more in depth, talk about Jordan's injury, all that. I get everyone up to speed. I know my guy Cole Reagans returns today, so that's kind of fun for the Royals. But, we'll be back tomorrow and the rest of the week. And so, tune in and follow along. Thank you again. Have a great rest of your day.